We have the routine, we have the daily schedules and stuff. You know, like I've worked with other people and there was never any structure like that. And you guys know I was skeptical. I'm Canadian, so that 40K is about 55, 60K,
that's true
right?
too.
So that kind of hits nice. So the first week when it was ripping, I was just like, I remember you're even like, bro, I told you, like, this is gonna go. It was an incredible feeling, man. The first week was awesome. I was like, these are the guys, man, let's do it. You took the hard back end stuff. I just got to show up and trade and just teach people what I know. You guys help me out with everything else. It's incredible. Yeah. You guys have all the setters. You guys have the team. You got people in the DMs actually communicating with traders. Like, you guys put the team together that made what we have. You guys knew how to run it. So there's a big difference between the last time I tried to launch and now. Man, it's been incredible. Honestly, like Joel, Jaden, you guys are incredible, man. I could not have done 41K in 40 days. I would not have done $1,000 a day without you guys. If you can find a team like this, lock in. It's going to be life-changing.
What's up, everybody? So we're in Big Toronto. We got Brad over here. We got Jaden. Yeah, man, gonna be dope. We just landed yesterday.
Yeah, we came in early, super early flight, but hey, we made it. First time in Canada too.
First time in Canada.
So
it's amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
Super underrated city.
Yeah, it is super underrated, bro.
Like, cause he's from Philly, I'm from Tampa, and the States is cool, like going from place to place, but I feel like nobody talks about like going to Canada. Like nobody in the States is like, oh yeah, let's go up and bro, but it's like, it's nice. I honestly like it more than New York. It's like a chill New York.
Yeah, but yeah, dope. So we wanted to bring on Brad. Obviously, he's been crushing with his offer, going crazy. So wanted to kind of tell the people like what he's doing, some things that he's running with his offer, what we're helping him with, because a lot of people I don't think are implementing what he's implementing. So we wanted to kind of dive into it. So I guess like to start it off, just like tell everybody what you do, like what you actually coach, kind of where you're from, like just about yourself.
Yeah, so obviously my name's Brad. I'm from up this way, Kingston. It was nice having these guys come in. Obviously, I had to show them around Toronto a little, take them to Timmy's, CN Tower, all that. So basically, I'm a full-time electrician turned full-time trader, right? So I was on the tools for years, got sick of that whole 9-to-5 life thing. Ended up learning how to trade, got an incredible level system, and that was it. Just became consistently profitable. Started wanting to teach people what I learned, and luckily I came across these guys. They helped me with the offer. We do some great one-on-one coaching. We have a community that is packed full of great traders, tons of education. That's how it is.
Pretty sweet. And just to kind of like, I guess, dive in more to your story. Obviously, you went from, full-time electrician to trader. I guess kind of like dive more onto, the electrician story. You were doing that for over 10 years.
Yeah.
And talk about just kind of like getting into trading.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up with tradesmen, my whole family, tradesmen. My dad was a carpenter. So, it was just natural for me to get on the tools. And it was good. Don't get me wrong. Being an electrician, tradesman, it's a great career, but there's no freedom. You know what I mean? Like, I was working 12-hour days up and down the highway, living out of my work truck. Now with trading, we have that freedom, right? Like, my days are done at 10 a.m. sometimes, Yeah. As long as we get a nice level move, we're good. But, and like I said, the tradesman, it's a great career, but it's all about freedom. All about freedom for me, right? Mm-hmm. So it was a long journey. Spent lots of hours studying charts. I used to go to my work truck every morning, trade the New York Open, and just put the time in. And then finally, after probably 3-4 years, I was able to leave work and do it consistently full time.
Wow.
So,
that's dope.
Long journey.
Yeah. I guess like, how would you say like it feels, right? Because I know obviously like before we started working, like you were kind of like doing everything yourself, right? Kind of just like
man. Honestly, it was overwhelming trying to do everything myself. I'm trading live in my community every day. Offering people one-on-one coaching, all that stuff. So obviously, linking up with you guys, you took the hard back end stuff, just the ease now. It's easy. Like I just got to show up and trade, and just teach people what I know. Right? You guys help me out with everything else, so it's incredible.
Yeah. I guess like what would you say? Because I know obviously like there's a lot of people in the space that are trying to like run offers and stuff like that, but I feel like a lot of them are kind of just coming in, like even like a lot of people in the space are just they make a couple of dollars with the business.
Yeah.
And start selling an offer, right?
No.
Without having any experience. So I guess like what would you say is, because I know one thing with you before we start working with you is like the big thing that we saw in you was like the mechanism, right? You have like really dialed in mechanism. It was really unique from a lot of people. So I guess like what would you say you feel like is one thing that kind of just like separated you a lot to actually scale up that like a lot of other people like aren't actually implementing in like their offer?
Honestly, like you said, the unique mechanism. Like I have a level system I trade, right? I'm not regurgitating no ICT concepts, nothing like that. So we have a very unique system that we trade. So I feel like that is what's helping people grow as traders. That's what's bringing people payouts. That's what's bringing people the consistency that they need. And you guys, working with you guys, I was able to get that mechanism out there, get that level system out there, show people, okay, this is how we do it. This is how I left my 9 to 5. This is how I got off the tools, and just went about it like that. So also too, one bonus was, like you said, like a lot of you know, like info space guys, they want to come in and work with you, but they just want to get you in and out. I feel like you guys, it's a team. You know what I mean? Like you want to build more. You want to build more. You want to build more. It's not just coming in and, you know, you have scripts for me. We have the routine. We have the daily schedules and stuff. And man, like, you know, I've worked with other, you know, like I've worked with other people, and that there was never any structure like that. You know what I mean? And I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to wake up and you're like, hey, we got to do this today. We got to do this today. And that's, I feel like that's what helps build and grow too, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I want to dive into a little bit more of like, you know, past experiences that you had, right? Because I know you've also worked with, you know, a couple other like agencies and groups as well. Because you've been having, you know, if you had the offer for a while, you were kind of doing it on your own for a good bit. So I guess like talk about like your experiences just overall with like other past agencies, like with your offer, and, you know, like how it was going then, you know, the systems they were implementing, like your productivity, and then just overall, like, you know, like numbers and whatnot.
Yeah, like honestly, like legit, like I have an incredible offer. You guys know that. Like the unique mechanism, level system, all the one-on-one coaching I do. And I did try and run this by myself for a bit, but it's hard. You know what I mean? Like run the community, run the offer. I did work with some other people. And it flopped, not gonna lie. Like it flopped. So and you guys know I was skeptical coming in, working with you guys. I was like, and even at like numbers, like I'll be honest, like you even said, like, you know, you didn't have to pay us until we hit over 20K. I was like, all right. So
yeah.
You know,
And I think like for us, like we were so confident coming in that we were gonna rip. So like I feel like a lot of people like they're not willing to make a statement like that. Like you don't pay us until we do that. But like we knew if we came in, we were gonna scale the shit out of it.
Because that was our thing. Like usually it's like we don't want to go into a deal and, you know, at least like not get our setup fee, especially because like in the info space, everything's rev share. So, you know, we only make as much as like we can make you. So it's kind of like, okay, it's risky if you don't get that up front, but it's kind of like, okay, like you know, we were talking about yesterday. It's just like, you know, you see the risk to reward ratio and you're just like, you know what, like it's gonna rip.
Yeah.
Like, and you just have that unwavering faith, like kind of in yourself and your offer and your team and your skill set, and you just know like it's just gonna crush.
See, I think that was a big thing too. You guys had faith in me, had faith in, you know, the offer that I can pull out, you know, the one-on-one coaching. So yeah, it's been great, man. It's been great.
Yeah.
So I guess like, because I know before we were working, you were roughly doing around like, what was it, like 4 to 6K a month with the offer?
Yeah, about that. Like, I'll be honest, the first time I launched, we thought we'd, you know, do like 20 sales that month, like clear 20K, no problem. And I think we did 2 sales. Yeah. But I don't think they, like, you know what I mean? You guys have all the setters. You guys have the team. You guys went and found good, you know, like there's, you got people in the DMs actually communicating with traders. Like you guys put the team together that made what we have, you know what I mean? It is just, you guys knew how to run it. So there's a big difference between the last time I tried to launch and now. Big difference, right?
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, I think so far we're at what, like 40K?
Yeah,
and like,
so the main metric that we had was 40K in 41 days. Yeah. 40K in 41 days. So, because before that, I remember you said your biggest month was what, 6K in a month? Yeah, so you're averaging 4 to 6K a month, like on average. So that was, you know, like 2 closes per month, just kind of running it on your own. Yep. And then first month, you know, I guess what is that? That's you know, like at least 6x, right? Yep. Like 6.5x. Like I guess kind of like also like walk us through that kind of feeling, like being able to know like, damn, like my offer really just went from.
I mean, first off, like you guys are from the States, I'm Canadian, so that 40K is about 55.
Yeah, that's true
right?
too.
So that kind of hits nice, you know what I mean? When you guys say 40K, I'm like 40K. I'm like, it was about 55K. So, but no, honestly, it's incredible because I don't know, you guys see me as the trader. You guys see what I'm capable on the charts. So I know that I have a good offer. I know that we bring good education. Like you see the success rate. Like I have a student that did 36K on payout since December, like 4 months. You know what I mean? I have another guy. I showed you guys yesterday. That guy paid for his entire vacation off the system we taught him. Right?
And he just joined like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So I knew that exactly. Yeah, like, 2 weeks ago.
The students. I will say, like, not only is the offer really good, and we'll kind of like dive into like what makes your offer stand out, I guess, compared to like other traders and whatnot. But so like not only is the offer really good, but it's also just like the student results. Like almost everybody's actually like crushing, bro. Like I'm actually very curious. Like I want to like run the numbers and like see the student success rate. Like, cause bro, it has to honestly be one of the highest in the space. Yeah, like genuinely.
Yeah. And the thing is, like they come in, and if they do the work, it's like bro, they're gonna crush it.
Yeah,
Right.
that's it.
And but like if they don't do the work, obviously, I mean, you can't really account for everybody. That
Yeah,
doesn't do the
no, I
work.
have a couple client, a couple traders that it's just like they just don't show up every day, right?
Yeah.
Like I got a couple, like I'll even shout out Shiv, man. Like he did 36K since December, and you know what's crazy too? He was like, dude, I was gonna quit. He's like, I've been trading for like 2.5, 3 years. I was gonna quit. I found you. He's like, I figured I'd give it one more shot. I resonated with you. I see that you're real. I'm trading live cash. I'm not doing props, nothing like that. He's like, I took a shot, and he's like, it's incredible. He's like, I literally changed my life. So
It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
but and that's the thing, like the offer, I knew it was good. I just needed the team to work with to help me get it out there. You know what I mean? So
I wonder, like, what was your thought process, like, the first, I guess, like, week, right, that we first, like, came on? Because obviously, I know, like you said, you were still a little bit skeptical, which, I mean, like, is fair, right? Because
Rightfully so.
You work
Yeah.
with other teams in the past, and we're like, okay, like, we want to come in. Like, first week, the mindset me and Jaden has, like, okay, we got to start ripping, like, right off the bat.
yeah.
Right?
No.
So I guess, like, what was your thought process the first week when you started seeing, like, sales come in? Like, what was just, like, your mindset seeing, like, the payments come in, you just, like, chilling? What were you thinking?
Yeah, well, keep it real. Like right away, I enjoyed working with you guys, but I was skeptical because I've already tried to run this offer and it just flopped. I actually lost money. Like
Yeah.
by the time I ended up paying all the subscriptions and my time and everything. So the first week when it was ripping, I was just like, and I remember you're even like, bro, I told you, like, this is gonna go.
Yeah.
And it was incredible. I was like, man, I think I finally found a team that I can work with where we can do this. This is what we want to, this is where we want to go with it, and we're gonna make it happen, right? So yeah, it was an incredible
absolutely.
feeling, man. The first week was, bro, it was awesome. I was like, these are the guys, man. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's fun. And I will say, like, the best thing, like, especially me and Joel have talked about like 1,000 times, it's just like how easy like you are as a client, like, because it's like sometimes, bro, it's like I'll have to like
The Canadian in me.
yeah, exactly, there you go.
Or chill.
I'd literally have to be like barking at a client. I'm like, yo, dog, like, instead of just even posting a reel a day, it's like, yo, like they won't even be posting consistently. It's like, okay,
let's film
can we,
this VSL,
can we at least get a
let's do
couple
that.
this week or something? And it's like they take forever to even send stuff. So it's like having somebody who's responsive and like eager to like actually like learn and want to grow and actually build. Because again, our job is pretty much just like take the whole workload off your plate. And it's like pretty much at this point, it's just focus on content and coaching. And just like whenever you're able to just allocate all your time and energy into that, then our effort just goes straight into that. And it's like, bro, everything just amplifies so much faster. Because then instead of, like you having to worry about the back end stuff and
Yeah.
whatnot,
No,
so it's crazy.
I love putting the work in. You guys know that.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I actually enjoy putting out educational content. So you guys know, like I'm doing 2-3 reels a day most of the time,
Oh, yeah.
right? And a big part of that too is I have traders reach out like, hey, like I'd love to hop on, do the mentorship. I don't have the funds right now, but in the future I would. But your educational content is changing my life. Like it's actually making my trading better, right? So it's easy for me to put in the work that I need to put in. So I appreciate that, man. It's nice to know that I'm a good client to work with, you know?
Yeah. What would you say? Because obviously, like on like the coaching side, like a lot of people see info as like a quick money grab. Like they
Yeah.
don't actually see it as a business, right? Like not knowing, okay, you actually have to care about your students. If not, the offer's gonna die.
Yeah.
Like you might make a couple of dollars here and there, but like if you can't sustain it, it's just gonna die.
It's not gonna last.
So I guess like what would you say is like a big thing? I guess like coaching wise that like you actually need to have if you actually really want to have like a long term sustainable offer.
Well, you have to have results. That's one thing. You know what I mean? Like I definitely feel like you have to have a good, like you said, the unique mechanism. You have to have something that traders can easily learn. Like obviously I'm going to put in the trading space, right? So you have to have something that traders can easily learn. You have to have something that you can lock in with people. That it's all about results. I think it's all about results, right? Like when it comes down to it, if you want to continue to grow and that offer to continue to flourish, you have to make sure that you have results. And that's what we get, right?
Yeah. I want to touch on the results thing a little bit because especially nowadays, like with the trading space, it feels like everybody now is like a certified guru. So I guess kind of talk about your perception on the other traders in the market and how you can just, obviously we already know, like, and that's what makes you stand out. We'll kind of go into like what makes you stand out compared to other traders in a second. But like, what do you feel like really is like just the biggest problem with the traders nowadays?
Man, oh man, you really want me to get into this?
Go for it. Yeah.
I'll be
run it.
honest. I think a lot of people resonate with me. Like I'm real. You know what I mean? And you remember we had a client that wanted proof. He wanted the
Yeah.
broker statement, and we sent it to him. And like, I don't think anybody would do that.
No.
I don't think any trader would be like, all right, here's a couple broker months data. That's all. I'm just going to show you a couple months, but here you go, bro. You know what I mean? But ultimately, like, I think for me is I went from an electrician, a 9-to-5 job, which I was proud of, to a full-time trader. So people see that, they know the journey, and that's it. Like a lot of these big traders out there, they didn't, they paper trading, they grew their communities, and I could name some names right now. Like they're gurus, but what, like, They're not real. And they're not, I show realistic stuff. Like, listen, I can come in and do $500 to $1,000 a day trading. You guys see this all the time. That may not seem like big numbers, right? But that's realistic to you if you want to become a trader.
Yeah.
If you want to become a trader, like somebody I have a client right now, he's a plumber. He's like, bro, he's like, I love that you make what I make is plumbing and trading. And I'm not out here flexing like I do. I can do easy 6 figures a year, but I keep it real. Like I'm like telling you guys, listen, you're not going to make 100K this year. You're not, like Shiv. Yeah. He might run up the payouts. I might have like 2 clients, but I know that some people can do 20K this year. Some people can do 40K. And if you just keep it real with them, then that's a big thing. And I feel like a lot of these guru traders, they don't do that.
Yeah. They just sell them straight up.
Exactly. They make you think that you can have a Lambo in 6 months.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
I mean, you can. You just have to rent it.
Well, exactly. Exactly.
Like, yeah.
So I think that's the difference between me and a lot of these gurus is like, I just try to keep it real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not, like you guys know, like I don't fancy cars. I got an okay piece on today, but nothing crazy, right?
Yeah.
But like for me, it's just being able to come in, be realistic with what you can do on the charts, make $500 a day so that you can live free, enjoy your time, hang out with the homies, hang out with your family. And I think a lot of gurus, they paint this picture of, you're going to make $1 million if you come learn my system, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's also like one thing as well that really worked out for you is like keeping the offer at like a touch point where people actually think they could hit it. Because if it's like you're telling them, hey, like you're going to come in, you're going to make $1 million in 6 months or whatever it is, like it doesn't feel attainable to people.
No.
But like you're like, hey, like even like you mentioned, like I'm just like a dumb trade, like I'm a dumb electrician.
I'm just a tradesman, man.
Right?
Like
So,
if I can do this, you can do this.
Exactly. So it's like
legit.
something that's like actually achievable to people. And I think if you actually put that in your offer and you're like, hey, like, I mean, realistically, you're not going to come in here. You're not going to start ripping it off the bat. It's going to take time. It's going to take hard work. You actually start attracting the right people because there's people that come in, like they know that and they're still willing to actually join. And those are just like the easiest people to work with because they actually have the right mindset going through.
Exactly.
Ironically, the funniest bit about that though is it's like obviously we our angle is like, okay, yeah, it'll take a while, and which is true. But the funniest part is the students are getting faster results than like the people that are actually being like told like, oh yeah, you're gonna get quick results. So
Yeah.
I think it's pretty funny. So yeah.
Like I can almost guarantee you come in,
Yeah.
you work with me, like you work with our team, I can get you funded. Like I just had somebody come in 2 weeks and they're like, bro, I've been trading for like 6 months and I just got funded in 2 weeks after the offer.
Crazy.
So, but like, but I'm still realistic. I'm like, all right, well now we don't focus on the payouts. It's just process. You want to hold that. It's process over profit, right? You want to hold that funded. We will get there. Don't get too crazy. Like you got funded in 2 weeks after not getting funded at all, trading, but it's all just about process now. So you got to keep it real with people.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. And how do you think like your mentality differs from, I guess like most other traders in the space? Like what really also just makes your whole entire approach just really different? Obviously, I know you run with the base hits over home runs type of mindset, but I guess kind of like touch on that a little bit more.
Dude, base hits. Like I tell everybody, you know what the biggest thing when I work with people is they get this skewed vision because they're on Instagram. They see all these big gurus having 100-point trades, 200-point trades. That's not realistic. Like these guys you might not see the $20,000 worth of drawdown that they had to make that 50K.
Yeah.
That's not retail traders. We can't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So base hits, like with the system we trade, I tell my guys, like, listen, if you come in and you get those 20 points, you take those profits. You're trading a prop firm. You only have 2K worth of drawdown. You got to have that mentality. Like you don't have the 50, 100K in the account like these big gurus have, right? So just base hits. Take those base hits and walk away and be content with if you're okay making $150, $200 a day at your job, working 8 hours, why are you not okay taking a $200 profit in a 2-minute trade that we're in?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's the biggest. You get people on that and it totally shifts their mind. Eventually it clicks. They're like, yeah, like I've been booking base hits. I made 10K in payouts, right? So
Yeah, 100%. I guess like one question I want to ask you is like, obviously like we were talking about earlier, a lot of people are in the coaching space trying to start up. I guess like, what would you say is one thing that you actually just see in the coaching, like the info space that like you just like dislike?
That's a long list.
yeah,
That's a long list.
one thing I dislike in the coaching, just all the fake guru stuff. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are renting fake Lambos. They're out here flexing on it. You know what I mean? Like, I guess it works. And
Works out for you though too, because like we've especially like being really dialed in with the sales process and always being in comms with like the sales team and really hearing what they have to say, the type of leads that they deal with. Like a lot of them will almost share a very similar topic of just like, oh yeah, we're attracted to him because he isn't the typical Miami guru. He's not super flashy, and
Just feel free to pull it as close as you want. Cool.
okay, yeah, you're good, yeah. But like a lot of them will just gravitate towards you because it's like, okay, he's not the flashy lifestyle. It's like he's not trying to like just flex the whole lifestyle marketing, in which we can kind of go into that a little bit if you want. But I feel like lifestyle marketing is just kind of like dying out nowadays, and people really just are attracted to just straight, raw, authentic value. I think that's kind of one of the other things that like really just separates your offer. Like they see, the mechanism and the results and the system, but then people also just have to be attached to like who you are as a person.
Yep.
Like who you are as a coach. Okay, one, are you even passionate about coaching? Which obviously we know you are, because a lot of people, again, we talk about it, like they just want to go in for the money grab. And like you can kind of sense that from some people. And then it's just also like, yeah, man, like he's just legit, like he doesn't care. Like he just really just wants value. Coach, just and all he focuses on is trading. He doesn't care about all the other flashy stuff.
I don't. And ultimately, like, don't get me wrong, like obviously it's nice making money with coaching, but you guys know, and we actually talked about this at dinner last night. The last month was the first month ever, and I've been coaching traders and had my community running for a couple years now. Last month was the first month that I ever made more money with the coaching and the one-on-one than I did trading. I always make more money trading, and you guys have seen that.
Which is
so that was kind of cool. I was like, man, like I didn't, like I actually made, and a lot of these gurus, bro, they are not making more money trading. They're coaching and their offers and the. People want the Lambos and stuff. That's what makes them crush it. So, like, it was really cool, to come work with you guys and be like, dude, like I said at dinner last night, I'm like, bro, like that was the first time that I ever made more money with my actual offer, which I think is the best offer out there, than I did trading. So it was cool, right? It was a good feeling.
100%. I guess, like, one question I want to ask is, like, because obviously I know, like, when we came in, right, we were kind of telling you, like, the time from how long we actually, wanted to start picking up the offer and getting results. But I guess, like, were you expecting it to, like see results as fast as it came in, like just start seeing people come in, or like
honestly no. Like you guys know, the last time I tried to run this wasn't the best, and I ran it myself, but it's just I don't have the expertise that you guys have. So when I seen the first couple weeks, I was just like, oh man, like this, like I'm gonna have to pay these guys soon because we're hitting that 20K right away.
I remember when we first started talking about working together, everything like that. I remember you said, last time you had 100 book calls, which is crazy. And you had 2 people close out of that. Like that is insane. We've said this so many times. We're like, bro, imagine if we had the 100 book calls.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I wish we had.
I don't know what you guys do, but like you guys get like you guys just like when the calls are booked, I feel really good with you guys on them. Like I don't know what you do. I know that's your thing. Like I just teach people the level system. I just trade, right? But man, you guys can close, bro. Like straight up. Like I've never, and I don't know what other closing rates are, but I know you guys are top tier with that stuff.
I think last
numbers?
month we had the show rate was crazy. We had around like a 67.
It was like 70,
70, something like that.
Close
rate was 50 plus, 54.
That's huge.
And then, bro, like the PIF rate was like 70.
Yeah.
That's why we had to increase price.
Yeah.
Because like
we had to
everybody was paying. And I remember the first time we had that call with you, you were wondering, you're like, when do you think it, when we should be increasing price? 'Cause I think you were like trying to even like lower the price to like 2K.
I mean, I just, to be honest, like I want to give people value. I want to make sure that they get value, but at the same time, I know what we're offering and you guys see what we're offering. So realistically, like, not that I want to lower it, I just want to make it available, but realistically, like we need to raise it.
Yeah.
Like with what we're offering, like you guys know too, all the one-on-ones I give, the lifetime access to the community, like you guys have worked with other traders. I still think I have the best offer in the space.
Yeah.
Better than these gurus. Cause the thing is too, every single person that comes in, I actually put the time in to work with them one-on-one. Like they get one every week. I'm on the phone, on the calls with them, on the charts, on the live streams. Like I'm pushing them, right? So, but yeah. Anyways, I don't like the close rate with you guys was crazy, right?
Yeah. Shout out Jared if you're watching.
Jared.
Jared.
Dog. Love you, bro.
My guy.
I guess like one question I want to ask you as well is like I know a lot of people like they want to start getting into coaching, but like they have this like limiting belief that like it's going to be very hard to manage it with their actual business as well. So I guess like what would you say like workload wise, like with running the offer and then also doing trading as well, like coaching people, like how would you say that is?
It's not too bad. You have to manage it properly, right? Like don't get me wrong, some days it's busy with one-on-ones, but if you enjoy it and you love teaching people and you want to see them learn, then it's worth it, right? It's rewarding. So I mean, if you have a good team like you guys, then there's a lot of workload that you don't have to worry about, right? Like I don't have to worry about DMs setting up, like chatting in my DMs, all the settings, everything like that. But ultimately, like you have to be passionate about it. And the thing is, if you are getting results like we are, then it makes like, I love hopping on calls. Like even today, I got a call booked at 5 o'clock today. Like it's Friday at 5 p.m. I'm still hopping on a call with somebody, right? Yeah. Just because one, he's funded now, blah, blah, blah. Don't want to get into the whole thing, but ultimately, like he's got to be passionate about it. So if people are getting results, then the workload's there, but it's not. Like realistically, like I can be done my day trading at 10, have a couple calls booked in the afternoon. That's it, right? But you know, if you want more, you can get more. You can put that more in, but ultimately, like if you're getting results from people, then that's it.
And I think it also comes down to how you structure out your offer. Because like we've hopped on a lot of calls with different coaches, and like they're charging like $500 for a one-on-one, or like they're doing these one-off calls, and then like they're trying to pretty much think that if they sell cheaper, that they're gonna be able to stand on the market. But honestly, like I think like you need to sell more expensive stuff. Because when you sell more expensive stuff, number one, people actually value it more.
Yes.
And the people that come in, like, they're going to be serious. They're not going to be BSing you. They're not going to be not hopping on the one-on-one calls that they're supposed to. And those are, like, the easiest people to work with. When you have the guys that pay a couple $100s, I think you had a situation where someone paid for a free trial.
Yeah.
And they were, like, expecting the world out of it.
Yeah. They're like, once I get, so they wanted the offer. They wanted to learn the system, right? And they came in on the free trial. I'm like, yeah, come in on the free trial. And I think you guys were actually communicating with them also. And he literally said, he's like, oh, I'm just going to trade live with you for the week. And once I'll get a payout and then we'll get the offer. And I'm like, bro, that's wrong
not
way
how
to
it
look at
works.
this.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, me, like I was 2.5 years before I became consistently profitable. Like it wasn't overnight, but I was a cowboy back then. I was just a degenerate on the charts. Like if I had known what I know now and had the system I trade now, I could have been profitable in a year, right? But what got me to where I'm at is investing in myself, taking mentorships, taking one-on-ones with traders, putting instead of wasting my money on the charts, just being a cowboy, like I'm gonna actually learn this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like when people come in and actually invest in themselves, then they make it work, right? You're like, okay, like I just spent 3-4K on this mentorship. I'm gonna make sure I show up to the one-on-ones. I'm gonna run through the course. I still have clients that have been with me for like 6 months, and they send me stuff. They're like, yeah, I'm just reviewing the level system again today. I'm just reviewing this part of the course, and I love that, right? They're still putting the work in.
Exactly. And I think it's very interesting too, because, you went from complete electrician for 10 years, then you went into investing in yourself, and then now you have become like your own coach, and obviously you've scaled your own offer. I guess talk about like the importance of being able to just actually like invest in yourself, because I feel like a lot of people nowadays, like there's a bunch of information out there, like, but what do you actually feel like really separates just like the info from the implementation? Because especially since you've gone through that journey of going from
it's huge. Like I'll put it in perspective as an electrician. So if you want to become an electrician, a red seal electrician, which I am here, you have to do 9,000 hours on the tools. You know how long 9,000 hours takes? 4 years. 4 to 5 years. And that's if you're not taking any sick days, right? You also have to go to trade school 3 times, 10 weeks at a time, which costs money. Every time costs a couple thousand. You have to spend 5,000-10,000 on tools. You know what I mean? And and then you have to write a CFQ, which costs money, and it's about a 4-hour exam. And if you pass, I'll be honest, man, you need 70%. My first time, I got 67%. Most tradesmen do. Most tradesmen, they're right there. So then the second time you write it, you're good, right? But then you only get 3 times to write it. So if you don't make it, then you're not.
Then
that's it, right? But like you have to put all this time and all this money in to become an electrician to make 80 to 100,000 a year, and it takes 4 years. So why do traders think that they can come in 4 or 5 months and be making 6 figures a year, like without investing in yourself? Like with YouTube University is great, but you are not going to come in and YouTube University your way to 6 figures a year.
Yeah.
Like you need to put that's how my mindset was after 2 years of messing up and being a degenerate. I was like, okay, it took me 4 years to become an electrician. I know if I invest in myself, find the right mentors, find the right trading system, that I can become consistent with this if I invest in myself like it is an electrician. And that's ultimately what it comes down to, right? Like
100%.
the people that actually take the time to invest in themselves, they put the work in, they show up every day, they make it happen.
And exactly. And I think yesterday, I'll just bring this up because I know we were talking about it on the way to dinner last night. You were saying like the biggest thing that you see most students struggle with is discipline.
Yeah, man.
So like, I guess like kind of just dive on that. Like, what do you feel like discipline wise, like both even just, yes, investing in themselves and then also like trading wise?
Yeah. I mean, ultimately discipline, what it comes down to, like, bro, you can come in, I can teach you my system and you can learn it in like a month, right? You can learn how to chart the levels, you'll learn the models, I can guarantee I can get you funded in a month type thing, right? But it's whether or not you have the discipline to stick to that repeatable setup every day. You have to have discipline off the charts too. Like for me, like I'm a gym guy. I try to eat healthy, no sugars all week. I have a routine that I stick to every single morning. Cause if you have that discipline off the charts, you're going to bring it on the charts. And it's huge. And if you don't have it on the charts, then you're going to get cooked, right? Yeah. Like you're going to be like, oh, I just want more today. Well, no, the market's not giving you more. You had your setup, you made your money, you got to walk away. If you don't have the discipline to do that, you're putting on unnecessary risk, and that's it. You're gonna get cooked, right? So
And the thing is, like me and Jane are both heavy on investing ourselves. Like I just paid
you
$7K
just said
for my
that,
membership.
yeah.
He's paid for memberships as well. So I think like one thing as well, people selling info. Like I think if you're gonna sell info, you have to be willing to buy info.
Yep.
Because like if you're
Yeah.
not willing to do that, then it's like you don't even believe in what you're selling realistically. And that's a big thing that I think a lot of people in the space aren't doing. Like they're kind of just seeing it as a money grab. They don't actually believe in what they're selling. And like even if you're making money with your offer, it's just gonna die out because realistically, people just sense like what you're saying is BS, and you don't actually believe in what you're selling. So I think that's a huge part as well.
And I also think that there's also just some people who just say like kind of, here's the thing. I think there is like an information gap between like, you know, obviously like YouTube and all the free resources out there, but then obviously like there's always going to be people gatekeeping like in some sort of way. That's why there's going to be a paywall, right? And some of the people that are like, oh yeah, give it all away for free, but that's still saying the what, but not actually how to do it. Like I think that's the good thing with like info, especially, is I think a lot of people are problem aware. Like they know the problems that they have, they know the things that they actually have to do, but I just don't think they actually know how to do it and implement it. Like you can tell them like, hey, like, you know, start just getting in your trades, getting out really quick, whatever, be more disciplined. But then in their head, they're like, okay, it makes sense, but like, how do I actually do it? So I think it's also just really the implementation thing. And then kind of like Joel was talking about, I think just being able to be in that position yourself where like you've had to buy an info product, you're like shaking to put in the credit card numbers.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you're like, oh, damn, there goes like 5 bands. But like,
Yeah.
but I'm like, dude, that's how you understand it. You understand like buyer psychology at that point. And then it's more so like you just instantly gain this internal conviction that's like, I have to make it work now. Like, I don't think in info, or I think the biggest thing in info is like some people are like, oh, I don't know if this is the right decision, like to buy this, to buy that. But it's like, bro, you make a decision and then you make it the right one.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's just really like the biggest factor there.
Yeah. And I guess like for you, right? Like obviously, you know, I feel like the space right now is really crowded with a lot of different people just kind of trying to sell the same thing. So I guess like for anybody else like trying to run an offer, trying to scale it up, what would you say is like one thing that you kind of have to like separate yourself? Because I know obviously we're saying like results, but like outside of results, what would you say is a big thing that you need?
You have to have a
actually set
system that
yourself up?
works. Like for me, I think my big thing is like the key level system that I have. Like we go back to you talking about the gatekeep thing, right? Like it's not like we're gatekeeping. We just have a system that isn't on YouTube University. You know what I mean? So I feel like you have to have obviously the results. You have to have a unique mechanism or a system that actually works, and it has to be simple. It has to be easy to follow. You know, most of these traders, there's so much noise out there. Like, oh, they want to see this happen. No, if we have a specific like key level on our chart and we can trade to it and have an M2, M5 buy sell setup, it's simple, right? And over, you know, seven out of 10 trades are going to work out. So it's all about that simple setup, right?
Yeah.
If you want
Especially
to
from
grow.
a coaching perspective, would you say that's like one of the biggest struggles you see with your students is the fact that it's like, yes, they're learning from you, but they also still sometimes are trying to get a bunch of info from somewhere else.
Yeah,
and
yeah, I
it's
get
like-
it all the time. And I'll be honest, like you guys see with results, right? Like most people are like, man, I actually have students now that they're like, I don't go on Instagram until I'm done trading for the day because I don't want to see anything that anybody else is doing because it gets in their head, right? So like it's all about the same repeatable setup every day. So if I'm working with somebody and they, you know, we might have 2 weeks where we don't have any losses, then they have a loss, and then they're out on they want to trade VWAP now, they want to trade breaker blocks, they want to trade this. So they have this repeatable setup that if you have the discipline and you stick to it every day, in 6 months you can make it work. But as soon as it doesn't work, then they're trying to grab this from this trader, this from this trader, this from this trader, right? And it's just noise. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Noise. Like I don't even think about, and anybody that's live trading with me, you guys know, I don't think about nothing at all except for my system. Like, I come in, I do the same thing every single day. I don't care if it's a win or a loss. I don't care about the money. All I do is trade my setup every single day because I know I don't think of the one trade. I think of the next 1,000. I know out of those 1,000 trades that this system is profitable. So I'm not going to take anything away. I'm not going to add anything to it. I'm just going to do the same thing I'm supposed to do every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess like one thing I want to ask you is like, obviously I know before we started working together, like you already knew people like were selling info and people were making like a lot of money with it. But I guess like, did you actually know how much money was actually possible in it, like to make for yourself or like?
No, like, I mean, obviously, like I know some traders that were doing very well with it. And I had this mentorship in this course together like a year and a half ago. Like I just wasn't doing nothing with it. I was working on it. It took me months to build. And I didn't really do nothing with it. I had a couple buddies that were interested in it. You know, so I I worked with them, and shout out to Tarun. Tarun was my first mentorship student, man, and he's crushing it. Actually, he's isn't even in the community anymore. He's so self-sufficient in the market, right? But I didn't see the possibility of it because my last launch was brutal. But obviously now working with you guys, like I knew what was possible. I just didn't know how we could get there. You know what I mean?
So would you say is like the main thing that was like different, like about us, like the approach that we took compared to like other people that you've seen?
Oh, everything, bro. Like honestly, man, you guys create schedules every day. You have a game plan of what's gonna happen. I don't know how, but obviously it's your guys' job. You guys are good at what you do, but you guys found some incredible setters, some people that take calls. Like, I never worked with anybody like that before, right?
Yeah.
So you're on me about the YouTube stuff and stuff that, because the Instagram and the reels and the TikToks and the short form educational content I got. And I know that we need to do the long form, right? So just having you on me about that, just little things like that, man, it goes a long way, right?
Yeah.
It's good to have a team that knows what they have to do to push the product, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think one thing that we like to do as well is like, a lot of times, like I feel like a lot of other agencies are kind of just going off of like guessing, right? Like even like the first time I think you asked, you were like, when do we actually know when the price increase? Because you were, I think, considering it. But I was like, I mean, realistically, if we look at the numbers, we see what our PIF rate is, we see what our close rate is. We'll just know based off of data. So like every decision that I think we try to take is like, we don't take it unless we actually see the data backs it up. And even like levers for like moving forward is like long form, because we know like obviously we've been cracking it with the Instagram, even like the Discord, we've been able to upsell some people from like low ticket to high ticket. But like once we dial in your long form, man, like we're gonna see you as like an industry leader.
Let's go. I mean, I think I'll be honest, man, we got the best system in the game.
Dude,
man,
it's unbeatable. It's actually unbeatable. Yeah.
So
I wanna dive into something as well. I guess kind of more like on the agency side of things, because I think a lot of people just focus on, okay, yeah, like, what can we focus on over here? Like Joel said, one, going off of metrics and data is going to be the best thing you could do. Some people just kind of throw it up in the air like, okay, hope it sticks. But I think the other factor to, actually being able to analyze your data and implement new things to evolve on is also just the culture. Like especially like managing like the sales team and everything like that, and being able to just like be on top of them. And even though like we don't have huge like team meetings, like where you'll be on with the sales team and everything like that, and it's like, every other day I'll just be on with the sales team and just coaching them up, making sure we're hitting our KPIs and things that we need to do. It's like, man, I think overall, one of the biggest things I think people lack in the space is they just don't have an identity. Like they don't have a culture. Like they don't actually have a drive. They just want to just get in, try to make a buck, and then they're just kind of like already thinking about the next thing, rather than like, yo, like let's actually try to build something. Let's keep each other accountable. Let's actually push on each other. I'll literally have like the setters like try to like, I'll kind of like rage bait them a little bit sometimes. Like I'll literally just instigate. I'll be like, yo, like Andrew, you gonna let Brendan outbook you like that?
Yeah.
Like, just kind of like start like, picking at him.
Yeah.
And just making it fun. Like, I think that's another thing a lot of people struggle with. Like you have to know like when to be serious, and obviously like, we gotta, do things. But I think just being fun, like also is a very big factor. Like I think if you can enjoy like the people you're with and kind of like, build like relationships out of as well, I think it just, everybody is like, yo, like now we're all on the same page. Like I not only just want to work with you, but I also just like you. So let's just run it up.
Because I think like even with with him and like even our sales team is like, it's like a partnership, right? Like I think a lot of people see it as like, it's just like work, but it's like, I think you need to genuinely enjoy the people you work with.
Yeah.
Because if not, it's not going to work long term.
But we're family now.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
it.
Like, bro, I spend more, like we literally spend more time on Discord and like talking to like clients than like actually like having a girl. You know what I mean? Like,
I know, right?
yeah.
No.
But I think a lot of people they don't see it as like, because like even like us working with clients, it's like realistically, it's a partnership, right? Because like we're coming into your business and it's gonna be like a long term thing. We don't want to see it as like we just come in and like we literally like we care about your business like it's our own, because like it kind of is, right? Like we're inside of it. Like we make you money. That's how we get paid as well. So like we're literally just incentivized to just keep scaling you up, keep running up numbers with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a lot of people aren't doing that. A lot of agencies just kind of see it as like,
Bro,
oh yeah, he didn't make money, let's dip.
Yeah, like I'll be honest. So like obviously like you can throw numbers out there. Like you guys said you wouldn't get paid until we hit 21K. And I'm not gonna lie, once we hit that 21K, I was like, oh bro, these guys are just gonna be like chilling now, like not working as hard. Like I think you guys started to put in more work.
That was the thing. We actually went. It was funny because so we launched February 23rd, and I forget exactly what number we were at. But I remember literally within a week or two, I think we were like 14. We were like 14K cash collected. And I remember I was like, okay, not bad. But we were like really like, okay, like we want to make sure to at least hit that 21. And then just we just were like, okay, you know what? Let's just go a little bit harder. And for some reason, like we had a way better week on like the
21
third
to
week
40K.
than launch week. I was like, okay, well, I mean, it works. So
You know what it was? Results, man.
Yeah.
It was like you guys putting that work in, but we also had some students that came in the first couple weeks and like
Yeah.
we're crushing. So that's I think that's a big thing too. But no, like that, like you said, bro, like it's all about enjoying the people you work with, creating a partnership. And when I seen you guys, put that work in and get to that 21K and then put even more work in, I was like, yeah, man, these guys are the right guys to work with. Right?
it was
Like
just fun too.
And now, like I know we had 50K set and like we almost had it. It was
Yeah.
close,
we
bro.
were right
Which
there.
I didn't expect at all. I was like, I'll be happy if we get this 21K.
I think
after
like we
my
were
last
trying to like when
launch.
he was saying that, I was like, no, bro, screw that. I was like,
Yeah.
we got to keep going.
Yeah.
Because like I think a lot of times it's like one thing for us is like we always try to increase our client standards. Right. So like even if they don't think it's possible, like, bro, we know we're gonna hit it.
Yeah.
Right. And then it kind of just forces you to level up. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
like, okay, shit, I gotta
100%.
get on my stuff.
Yeah.
We gotta keep going. So yeah, man. I think like long term wise, like it's gonna be an amazing partnership. Obviously, we got a lot of stuff planned as well to keep going, man.
Yes, sir.
So I guess like what would you say like future wise, like what's like the goals, man? Like with the offer, where do you want to be?
Bro,
at?
we want to be at 100K a month. I think that's it, right? Like I like you said, man, I'm not that I was iffy about it. Like I know that we have an incredible offer. I think it's one of the best in the space. You guys know everybody in
Easily.
the space, right?
Easily.
So I think if we can, we can find the right people that want to invest in themselves and want to learn and want to get off the 9 to 5 like I did, we can put them there, right? And then
Exactly.
that's where I want. 50 to 100K. That's it.
Yeah, and we're genuinely not just saying like, oh yeah, you have like the best offer just to say that. Like, no, genuinely,
just,
like
bro,
out of
I got-
especially a lot of traders that we've also worked with and just seen in the space, it's like genuinely there's a huge value discrepancy that I think just a lot of people overlook.
Big time.
Because I remember too, like we were talking about, like Joel was talking about setting good expectations overall. I think it's kind of one of those things you always just want to like be aiming higher, even if like realistically, like because in our head after that like first week, I remember we're like, okay, we hit 10, now we're at 14, and then things kind of slow down for a minute. We're like, okay, we kind of need to be going harder, and then we were kind of like worried for like half a second, like, okay, we got to make sure we hit this 21. Like I don't want time to run out, and then we go hit 20, and then
we're like,
but
we
in
gotta
our
go
head
for
we're
40.
in our head we're like, you know what? Like we can't settle though. We have to go for 30.
Yeah.
And then I remember, okay, we're at 25. Now we're at 30.
Yeah,
It's like,
that
okay, now
increments.
let's go for a 40 ball.
Yeah,
Like,
I think that's like a lot of times. I think that's one thing that we try to focus on as well. Is like a lot of people, like other agencies, they'll just come in and like they just try to set the expectation that you're gonna make 100K. In like
Yeah,
the
I
first
get
30
that,
days.
bro. I get people in my DMs every day.
Yeah. So it's like
know?
we just like to build off of it. Okay, like first let's hit the 21K. After that, let's go for 30, then 40. Then once we actually have the data, then we can actually like look at the numbers and be like, okay, we're able to actually scale this offer to 50K a month to 100K a month because like we've already been able to do the smaller numbers that we can kind of keep going from there.
Yep.
So yeah, man, I think that's a big thing. I guess like what would you say to like, any other, type of coach that's maybe like on the edge, like they've seen like they maybe want to work with us, but they're kind of like a little bit
Bro,
concerned,
don't even
a little bit
hesitate.
skeptical.
Don't even hesitate. Like I said, I was skeptical at the start, but like once we got on board with each other and started working, and I seen the efficiency you guys had, the hard work you put in, the knowledge you had, like that's a big thing too, man. You guys know your stuff. Like I don't know nothing about any of that stuff, right? Like I'm the trader, I have the course, but like I don't know anything about what needs to be done in the back end. You guys are so good with that. The schedules every day, what we need to do. That's it. There's no questions asked. Like like I wouldn't. Like I'll be honest, man. You're stuck with me forever, bro. Like you guys are my guys.
Yeah,
Like that's
bro.
it.
We wanna run it
But
up.
no, anybody that's looking at it, man. Like the agency that you guys have put together is incredible, man. The stuff you guys do is incredible, bro. Like
Appreciate that, man.
Super happy.
Yeah,
Super
appreciate that.
happy.
I wanna dive in the skepticism thing a little bit, because I feel like a lot of other coaches could be like watching this right now. Like, talk about that skepticism. Like, what do you actually like feel like a lot of coaches might be like kind of like anxious or worried about in the space? Is it just more so like, I just don't want to kind of like pay them up front, I feel like they get bad results, or is it like, what do you really feel like?
I think I just had a bad experience my first one. And don't get me wrong, the first guy that I worked with, he was good and he put in the work and stuff. But I think you guys just have more of a well-built team. You know what I mean? You guys have more of a well-built system, I guess, ecosystem, right? So the skepticism is, yeah, like, like I don't, who wants to pay $6,000 and then not even make that money back?
Right.
Because we also got to pay for all these subscriptions, time, all that stuff. You know what I mean? So, I mean, ultimately, like, if I pay you guys $6,000 and we only have a few sales a month, I would have been better off just doing it myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I know I can get 1 or 2 sales a month, So that's the biggest thing is putting that money out. But you know, now now looking back at it, like, bro, I should have just paid you that $6K as soon as we started talking, bro. You know what I mean? Like that's all there is to it. Like you guys are worth more than that, I think, honestly. With how well it's went. So that's the biggest skepticism though, right? I guess just putting that money out and just you don't really know because there's so many. It's like me with the trading space. There's a lot of fake gurus out there, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? The info space is the same thing. I got people I could show you right now. I think I got 2 DMs this morning. Like, oh, I can scale you to 100K, this and that. Like, I guarantee you they are not going to show up like you guys or have the system like you guys did, right? So that's the skepticism.
And like numerical stuff like aside, like what do you feel like was like the biggest weight off your shoulders type of thing, I guess, when we came on? Because like you were mentioning a minute ago, a bunch of traders are like try to, not even just traders, honestly, like anybody in the info space, like, you know, they could be in the e-com, whatever, like they, you know, try to like tackle things on their own. And they may or may not understand like the full space and how to like market things and whatnot. Like, I guess like what was that like pressure relieving thing? Like, what do you feel like was like just like the biggest weight off your shoulders?
The biggest weight off my shoulders was like all the setters you guys have. You know, the back end stuff. Like I don't know nothing about that. Like, you know, I got the system, I got the knowledge on the charts, but I don't have none of the knowledge of the other stuff, right? So for you guys to come in and put the work in that you did, and you know, like a lot of the back end stuff, like you guys you got it on lockdown. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Dope, man. Well, I guess like yeah, obviously, like I said, we're gonna keep crushing and get to that 50K a month as soon as possible. Dial in that long form. Once we dial that in, bro, we're gonna be ripping.
It's gonna be crazy, man.
I guess like last thing, is there anything else you want to like share with the guys about like your experience with work on this, anything like that? Or
man, it's been incredible, honestly. Like Joel, Jaden, you guys are incredible, man. Like I could not have done 41K in what? I don't even know how many 40 days. I would not have done $1,000 a day without you guys.
A band a day.
Like
keeps
I've
the doctor
never,
away.
like I said before, and I'll say it again, I've never made more money with my coaching than I have with my trading, and now we're doing that, right? And I'll be honest, man. Like I think we have the best offer in the space. Like we got the level system. It's not no YouTube stuff. It's a very unique system, and you guys know that too, right? So it's that's a good thing. But no, honestly, like being able to, you know, give the system that I have and have you guys help push it has been incredible.
yeah.
So
All right, man.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
Well, let's keep running up, bro. Been a pleasure. We're gonna keep scaling.
Yes, sir.
love it.
So
Right on. All right. Well, appreciate everybody watching, and yeah, hope you guys learned a lot. Also, if I guess Brad, do you want to leave off anything to any other maybe coaches, any other people in general?
Nah, man, just don't hesitate. If you can find a team like this, lock in because it's going to be life changing for you, big time. It's going to be life changing for you.
Sweet, bro.
all right.
All right.
All right.
Right on. Well, let's enjoy the rest of Toronto.
get it.
Go
Go to the OVO store.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Drake texted me. We'll pull up later tonight. So, you know.
Yeah.
All right, boys. All right.
Boom.